Yo neighbors, there's a reason I'm wearing my Kiss shirt. ZARTAN always reminded me of Kiss, and I have the ultimate G.I. Joe Classified Retro Series Walmart exclusive definitive version of ZARTAN. This is the last ZARTAN you're ever going to need, you're ever going to want. Well, maybe not. G.I. Joe Classified Series, Walmart exclusive Retro ZARTAN. That's a mouthful. This is ZARTAN number 3 in the G.I. Joe Classified Series. Not numbered though, so this is part of the Retro series that only Walmart has. Who is ZARTAN? ZARTAN is leader of the Dreadnoks. He's only one of the most popular characters to come out of the original series. He's a master of disguise. He infiltrates, espionage. He's just an all-around badass character. This ZARTAN borrows a color scheme that is a little bit closer to a real American hero. See if this is the ultimate ZARTAN, how he compares to the other two, and is he worth picking up? Let's just get him popped open. But before we open him up, let's just take a quick look at the card artwork. This card artwork and all of the figures in the Retro series is inspired by the original artwork from A Real American Hero. The artist's name is Hector Garrido. Now, I don't believe this is one of his original art pieces. This is more inspired by his artwork. The other series figures include Hector's artwork. I'll leave a link to his Flickr account in the description below. This way you can take a look at some of the great artwork that Hector provided over the years. In addition to the artwork that is a throwback to the original series, we go back to a file card on the back. It's a multi-language file card. It's not an exact copy of what we originally got back in the 80s. It's a little more modernized. It's got the multi-language because this figure is released in other countries. Here's the original file card, and you can see that they took away some wording that is considered sensitive these days, but at least we get a file card with this one. Let's get this guy opened up and compare him to the other two. I'm not sure why I'm putting it up to the camera because we're just going to pop this one open. There's a little trick if you use a hairdryer or a heat gun and you do it along these seams here. You can almost get a cleaner card. It doesn't work all the time. I did warm it up real quick. Let's see what happens here. I just run my finger along the side there. Then you can pull the bubble right out. And your card is pretty much undamaged. So if you want to use it or if you want to cut out the file card, you have pretty much an undamaged card. That's a little trick that you can try if you want to try and keep your card looking good. If you are a customizer and you want to reuse it. Here's the new Retro ZARTAN, and I can see right off the bat, we are getting a new, little bit of a different colored ZARTAN. It looks like, let me just get him out of the package. You can see right off the bat we have a new color scheme. He's got green eyes. I'm not sure if you can see that. I will zoom in and put a picture up here somewhere on the screen. Beautiful green eyes. You can see right away that the chest plate is blue just like it was in the cartoon. You get a Cobra figure stand, no name on it. You get the backpack for the mask, ZARTAN's hood, ZARTAN's gun, his mask that matches the original mask, the
I don't know any ZARTAN
mask from the commercial. Looks like they may have updated the color scheme of his knife. You can see on the original version that it is a all black knife, so I do like that updated look. And just like the other two versions, his hood goes right on top. Here's my original ZARTAN. I remember back when I was a kid, we all thought that was hair. But even in the original artwork, you can see that it's a hood. So they keep that part of the character history with the hood. And it's always been a hood. It's never been hair. I know in the cartoon, though, I think they went back and forth with it. It looked way more like hair. So again, when comparing to the original A Real American Hero version of ZARTAN, he's more borrowing from the color scheme in the cartoon, more so than from the actual figure. Here's the first version that the Classified series saw. The colors are definitely more muted here. And something you'll notice is that, again, he's got the holes for the snake head and the monkey paw that came with the original Zartan. They got rid of it with the Master of Disguise Zartan. I'm not sure why they did away with that, but when you're comparing the three, you're going to go with, this is definitely classified. This is the more muted colors, the more updated modern look. They keep the mold for Master of Disguise Zartan and for the new Retro Zartan. But Master of Disguise Zartan is definitely more comic book accurate. With the silver accents, he's definitely more what you would have seen in the Marvel run. This new Retro Zartan, again, borrows more of a color scheme from a real American hero. And this first version of Zartan is just more of a muted color. So one thing to notice is that the browns between Master of Disguise and Retro Zartan are definitely a little bit different. You'll see on the back here, they did away with coloring the straps on the back for some reason. The belt looks a little bit different as well. And some of the different accent paint is a little bit different. I did notice too that the color or the pigment of his skin matches a little bit more of the original figure than the other two. This original Zartan, they definitely did, he's a little, I guess, a little more pale when compared to the other figures. Master of Disguise Zartan, he almost looks gray. That's because he's got a coating on him that makes him change blue in cold. So it almost gives him like a gray skin tone. This one's a little more in line with the other figures, and I definitely like the skin tone on this one better. Along with the knife, the backpack gets a little paint scheme upgrade here for the silver. This is the same on the Master of Disguise. This is the new retro version. Even on the inside, they've added some paint scheme here, a little bit more red. And where the mask sits, there's silver instead of the red, and the skin tone, again, is updated. Another thing to note is the eyes on the first release Zartan are more of a blue. Master of Disguise, more of a white. And on Retro, they're a green that really pops. So, do we need another Zartan? Do we need a third Zartan? That's up to you. I actually do really like this one as far as the skin tone is a little bit better. I do like the green eyes. I don't like that he doesn't change color. To me, Zartan should just change color, and it should be in sunlight. So there are ways for you to customize it so that you can add that ability. I'll do a video coming up because I did do that once, but I gave that Zartan away as a present, so I have to make another one. But Zartan should change color in the sun, or at least this version of Zartan. I know not every version that they produce changed color. And we all know Zartan's an awesome character. He really is. He's the leader of the Dreadnoughts. He's an all-around badass. He's in the backstory of Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes. He took care of Serpentor. He's a badass character. But we don't need three of the same figure, right? Not that they're the same. They all have their pluses and minuses. I would say ultimately, if you can get your hands on the Master of Disguise Zartan, do so. He comes with a ton of extras. And it's now becoming a lot harder to get your hand on the first run Zartan. So if you don't have either of these two, definitely pick this one up. I don't think we need a third version of Zartan in such a short amount of time. I would like to see a classified update of the Ninja Force Zartan with the orange mohawk. And of course, we all want Cold Slither Zartan. That would make for a really cool exclusive, whether it's SDCC or if it's Hasbro PulseCon, everybody would buy that up. Cold Slither Hasbro. Give us Cold Slither Zartan. Give us Orange Mohawk Zartan. Definitely update him in the classified style. Most people don't want the 90s neon G.I. Joe characters, but if you look at Shadow Tracker, that original version of him was a bright kind of yellow, and they did a really nice job in the render reveal of kind of subduing that and modernizing it. They definitely could do that and update the Ninja version Mohawk in kind of a gritty, modern, classified take. I think that would be really cool, but we all want the Cold Slither Zartan. We all want it. Come on, Hasbro. And give us a Swamp Scare. I don't know, do a Build-A-Figure or something. Or when you do the next Zartan exclusive, give us one. This is a 3D printed one. It changes color in the sun. I need stickers for it. But give us an official Hasbro one. We all want it. Everybody would buy this thing. So considering Retro Zartan is exactly the same as Master of Disguise Zartan, in our original release, he's going to have the exact same articulation, but we're going to get him in the breakdance pose. We'll get him and the other two up for a comparison shot on the Lazy Susan. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you're going to pick this one up, if you're going to skip it. Do you have Master of Disguise? Do you have the original? And what do you think of all three? And do you want Ninja Force, Orange Mohawk Zartan, or Cold Slither Zartan? I know I do. Let me know in the comments. As you can see, Zartan is killing it still. He nails that breakdance pose in his half top. I mean, it screams 80s. I love it. When you do your next Zartan exclusive, there's a reason it looks like